Welcome to Reel Filmmaking. My name is Corey, and today I want to show you how to get set up shooting open gate with your Canon EOS M and Magic Lantern. Now, I did a video about this last year where I just was kind of testing this mode, and I got a lot of feedback and requests of all of you asking like how to actually set this up. So today, I'm going to give you this tutorial, this walkthrough, and you'll be shooting open gate footage in no time flat. Now, you've probably heard about open gate. There's been a lot of buzz about it in the last handful of years. I feel like as we trend more towards wanting to have video that can be shared in multiple formats, this is one of the big strengths of open gate because you're recording with the full height and width of the sensor. It makes it very easy to crop your image for vertical or for square, or even different cinematic aspect ratios. It's very versatile. And this is usually a feature reserved for higher cameras. A lot of companies like Sony, Canon, Nikon have gotten a lot of flack because they don't allow open gate in some of their mid-range or even professional models, where companies like Lumix have really embraced it. Even Fuji kind of dipping their toes in the water with that. But a really cool thing about Magic Lantern is we have the ability to record the full height and width of the sensor and essentially get an open gate style format with the camera. Another big advantage of shooting open gate is because you're getting the full readout of the sensor. This really helps when you're doing VFX work, graphics work to your footage, and your VFX artist will thank you. So without further ado, let's jump into the settings you need to know to get open gate up and running on your Canon EOS M. This build of Magic Lantern that I'm running is the crop mood build, specifically Dan's version of the crop mood build. I will have a link in the description where you can find that. You can check out my previous videos about why I would recommend this, but it basically is kind of an out-of-the-box version of crop mood that's ready to go. You're going to want to go into your system menu, and you're going to want to select the 3x3 modes. So now that we're in the 3x3 modes, you're going to want to hit the play button on the top menu to see the different options that you have for the recording modes. We're going to want to select the 1080p 3x2 aspect ratio, and that's going to give us our open gate framing. So we're going to click that, select it, and when you go back out to your live preview, you should see the framing change, so you've got the full height and width of the sensor versus the cropped aspect ratio of shooting in the 1x3 modes. When you select this mode, everything should be good to go. You can look at the settings. It's going to be recording in 24 frames per second. It's got 14 bit depth for color, which is what you want. And I found using this mode that honestly it can run indefinitely, basically as much memory and battery life as you have. I found that this mode isn't taxing in the same way as some of the 1x3 anamorphic modes are. I think that has to do probably with some of the pixel binning and how the sensor is reading out stuff. But I found this 1080p open gate mode to be very reliable and very stable. You can shoot 14-bit depth with no problem and shoot really long files. I've done it. It works really great. So once you get all those settings selected, get back out to your main screen and you're ready to start recording some awesome open gate footage. So there it is. That's how you set up your Canon EOS M to shoot open gate. And like I said, I like shooting in this mode. It gives me a lot of flexibility. If I know that I'm shooting something like a product video or something where it's going to have to be cropped for multiple formats, this is the mode that I go to. A couple quick notes. A lot of people have commented on whether or not this mode is as sharp as some of the 1x3 modes, or if it's sharper, if you get more aliasing and more ray. In my testing, I feel like I have found that this mode still is succinctly sharp. There is more aliasing and moire, I think, than the 1x3 modes, but things that I do to combat this are shooting wider open when I can, using things like filters, so like Pearl Mist, Cinebloom, things to just reduce some of the over sharpenedness of this mode. Another thing is to, if you can, avoid patterns of things that will naturally give you a lot of moire. Honestly, as I've been shooting with this mode, I've been very happy with the detail and the amount of sharpness and clarity I've been able to get with it. I do find it kind of wild that people are having to complain to these big camera companies like Sony and Canon to give us open gate when a camera like the EOS M and Magic Lantern allows us to have open gate functionality. It really is wild. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Reel Filmmaking. It helps out the channel. If you want to find more stuff about the Canon EOS M, Magic Lantern, filmmaking tips, you're in the right place. And until next time, keep making movies and watching movies, and I'll see you on Reel Filmmaking. And here's Link from Breath of the Wild for all my Zelda fans out there. I always like this amiibo.